This time I'd like to bring up another old friend. He's got a little disability. He only plays with 4 strings when most of us play with 6 or 12. Is he back there? Where is he? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Al Hospers.
Well, not really 4. That's something that, it's been a while since I played 4 strings, unless I play country music, which is what I've played an awful lot with Jonathan over the years. I don't really roast people. I just kind of come up and say that, it's a man who got me into wearing cowboy hats and boots. Obviously, that really took. You can see me with my hat on and my sneakers tonight, but in reality, the fact of the matter is, I can't really remember when it was that I met you. Probably here or something like that, because I did run this for several years, and I can remember you came in with Josh and Pinky and company and played a lot, and and then it was kind of interesting because it was really more of an acoustic band. And then Pinky would sit and play drums, and I would play bass. And I remember, that whole thing. We kept playing and all this. And I said, "Can I please be an honorary White Mountain Boy? Please, please, Daddy, can I be a White Mountain Boy?" And he said, "Yeah, you can be a White Mountain Boy. You can do that." And so I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then, strangely enough, over time, I actually became a White Mountain Boy. Lord have mercy, and I went from playing to and that was actually cool because it got me back to the roots of when I started to play, which was in Florida and Georgia. How many years ago? 50 years ago. They're applauding because they realized that I cut it back, because Jeremy Dean and all, they got me to do that again this last year, so this summer. But it's been a great period of time, and I really. It's funny how you get to know people and you play with people and you realize that there's this thing that music is for all of us who play, and it kind of cuts across all kinds of things. And people who you would say, well, maybe I'd be friends with, maybe I wouldn't be or whatever, but you play with them and you get to know them, and there's this thing that grows, and it has nothing to do with whether their politics are or what their where they came from, or how tall they are, or how handsome they are, or any of those kind of things. It just comes to do with the music, and it's all about the music. And it's always been a gas. I mean, you know it, right? Every time it's been a gas. So thank you, Jonathan.
That was Al Hospers. I apologize for the 4-string comment. It's 5, but it's still 1 short of 6. So. Oh, Jesus. You might as well just have a guitar. Anyway, Al plays in several groups up here. He's highly sought after as a bass player. He's got a long musical history. Back in the 80s, toured Europe with Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Popular guy. We don't know why the hell he settled here in this valley, but it's Jonathan. I have one more speaker here on the list, and I'm talking slow till he finishes his salad, but I might have to interrupt him. This is a friend of all the Valley musicians. His name is Tom Eastman, and we all suck up to him because he writes for the Conway Sun, and we all need the PR, so Tom's our best friend to his face. In all seriousness, he's a sweetheart, and he's a good musician, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Eastman.
The Rev. I just wanted to. Yeah. Let's hear it for the Rev, right? And this story has been told, but it happened right here. The Reverend obtained his ministry right here at the Wildcat Tavern because I don't think I'm hard of hearing. What? But anyway, he was playing for the first time, and I went, "Hey, this guy's pretty good." And I asked someone over there in the noise, "What's his name?" And they said, "Al." I said, "Al what?" I want to put him in my column. And they, what I thought I heard was Al Sharpton. And it sounded familiar, you know, but when I wrote it, it still sounded familiar. Well, he doesn't have the bling and everything, but anyway, to the Rev, he's become an institution. But, you know, it's true. Jonathan, like the great late Rod McKenzie, let's hear it for Rod. They were always kind to me, and I've always wondered, is it because I write the column, or do they actually think I can play a little bit? But anyway, it's a great thrill to get up for Rod and for John. But I think about it, you know, John's charismatic, we all know that. He's handsome, we all know that. He's talented, but what he really is persistent. And I think what it takes in the music business, everybody in this room is talented, but John has that special drive. And I was just thinking, before I came up, I was thinking, I've interviewed John Sebastian. Once, I hope that didn't go on there, just once, with Richie Havens. I interviewed the Beach Boys and Elvin Bishop. And what drives home through all of those people is they had that special thing. And he's got Sally now, so I think that's his special thing. But I just wanted to say his heart is bigger than anybody I know. Since we lost Rod, now we've got John. And he shares his talent as well as his grace. And do I still get to play? You know, I hope so. But anyway, that's he's been such a great credit to our valley. And Cold River Radio Sunday on WMWE, 9 a.m. So there you go.
Tom Eastman, thank you very much.